j minus 2k. So vector. So unit vector along A is equal to A upon this, okay, and this is equal to 3i plus j minus 2k upon under root, this is 9 plus 1 square is 1 plus 4, and this is equal to 3i plus j minus 2k, or you can say 1 upon under root 14. Okay, so this is the unit vector, this is unit vector of vector A, unit vector of vector A, or it is precisely unit vector along the vector A. Now dot product. Again, the dot product is a very important concept. As I said, we use the word product for multiplication of two different vectors. We should not use the word multiplication. Now here we are using the word product. Product of two vectors. There are two types of product. First type is the dot product and another is the cross product. Now the dot product is defined, or you can say, let me explain first. Suppose we have a vector A is equal to x1i plus y1j plus z1k, and another vector B is equal to x2i plus y2j plus z2k. Then the dot product A dot B, what we call A dot B, that is the x1i plus y1j plus z1k dot x2i plus y2j plus z2k. So this dot product gives us the corresponding multiplication of the resolution along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Okay, so now I am writing here x1i plus y1j plus z1k z1k dot x2i plus y2j plus z2k. So this is equal to corresponding multiplication of the resolution along x-axis, so x1 x2 plus corresponding resolution along y-axis y1 plus y1 into y2 and z1 into z2. Okay, so this is called dot product of this and this vector. Okay, and this dot product is nothing but it is a scalar. Okay, this scalar, this is a scalar, and that is why sometimes it is called the scalar product. Scalar product. So look at the screen. A dot B, that is x1 x2 plus y1 y2 plus z1 z2. Here we have the mistake, it is not raised to 1/2, so this is not the proper. So it is just x1 x2 plus y1 y2 plus z1 z2, that's all. The alternate definition of dot product, that is A dot B. This, let us have the alternate vector A, modulus of vector A, modulus of vector B into cos theta. Okay, so we have two vectors A and B, and its dot product is the modulus A and modulus B. Friends, you still, I hope that you remember the modulus of the value of a vector. So modulus A, modulus B into cos theta. Now how this theta is involved? Suppose this is vector A, vector B, and this theta is nothing but the angle between two vectors. Okay. So this is the alternate definition of dot product. Now what is the meaning of this dot product, physical meaning or geometrical meaning of this dot product? Suppose we have perpendicular vectors A and B. Okay, we have perpendicular vectors 90 degree. So A dot B is equal to modulus A modulus B into this is into cos 90 degree. But my dear friends, we know the value of cos 90 degree, and that is, this is 0. Okay. So whatever the value of modulus A and B, we have the value of cos 90 degree 0. So when we have perpendicular vectors, then it is 0. So dot product is 0 when we have two perpendicular vectors, or vice versa. We can say that when we have two perpendicular vectors, then the angle between two vectors is 90 degree. Okay. Now let me show you the another physical interpretation of the dot product. That is, suppose we have a vector A, another vector B. Okay. Now I am writing A bar dot B bar, that is equal to A B cos theta. Okay. So now I am using modulus A, and I want to separate out this modulus B cos theta. Okay. So what is the meaning of this bracket? That is, the meaning of this bracket is nothing but the projection of the vector B on the vector A. That is, suppose I drop a projection on A. This is angle theta. So here what is cos theta? Cos theta is equal to this side upon this. Okay. So this is nothing but B cos theta. Okay, sorry, this is nothing but the cos theta is equal to this side. Suppose this side is x, then we can say that it is x cos theta. That is the, we can say that it is a projection. This is the projection. Okay. So this portion gives us the projection of the vector B on vector A. Okay. So this portion is the projection. Okay, this is projection. This is projection. See this. Now the cross product. So these cross products again involve a determinant, and I hope that you know how to find the value of a determinant. So this cross product is product between two vectors is defined as A cross B is equal to ijk x1 x2 x3 y1 y2 y3. Look at the screen. Okay, this is nothing but the cross product. So here ijk has certain value. So as you know the determinant, it will have the ijk and its resolution along x, y and z axis. So you can say that A cross B is nothing but the another vector. Okay, so the resultant vector is certain another vector, or you can say that the resultant vector is nothing but the perpendicular vector to the plane of the vector A and B. Again, I am repeating, the cross product is nothing but a vector which is perpendicular to both the vector A and B, or to the plane containing the vectors A and B. This is the physical interpretation of the cross product. Okay, the another definition of the cross product, that is modulus A and modulus B into sine theta eta. So here the eta, again look at the screen, A cross B is equal to modulus A into modulus B into sine theta into eta. Eta is nothing but the unit vectors. Okay, it is unit vectors along again the perpendicular to the given plane of AB. Okay, so dear friends, I would like to explain this perpendicular vector. Okay, suppose we have a vector A, another vector B, so you can say that A cross B is here. Okay, see, this is A cross B vector. Okay, so this is eta, and in our mathematical form we use this cap, small cap, eta. Okay, so this is the unit vector along A cross B or along the plane. Suppose this is the plane of this, this is the plane. Okay, or you can say that if this vectors A and B on the floor, then A cross B is a perpendicular. That means when we stand on the floor, then A cross B is our body. Our body is the vector which is perpendicular to the floor. Our body is along the vector. Again, our body is along the vector to the floor, where two vectors A and B are lying. Okay, so what is the applications of this dot product and cross product? So let me give you some applications about the cross product and dot product. So when we want work done, suppose we have a body at a point A, when it is displaced to the point B, means a body is displaced from the point A to B, then we say that the displacement vector is B minus A. This is displacement vector. Okay, so when we find the difference between the B and A, then it is called the difference vector, or you can say that it is a displacement. This is displacement. Okay, so this is, you can say it is a displacement vector. So work done is nothing but the displacement into force. So certain force is applied to this point on the point A, means here we have a body. When certain force is applied on the body, when that body is at the point A and it is displaced to the point B, that body is now at this point. So we have applied certain force to displace the body from A to B, then this is displacement and this is force. So this is a dot product, and ultimately we get a scalar. Okay, or you can say that the work done is a scalar. work done is a scalar. Okay. The another application for A cross B. Okay, A cross B. So when we have the moment of the force, or you can say that here we do not have the enough time to define the moment of force or any other application, but I am giving you a simple example regarding the application of a cross product. Suppose the moving water is whirling. We have certain whirling in the moving water, or you can say in a river or in a spring. So often you might have seen the whirling water. Okay. So whirling water means it is going downward. So this downward direction is perpendicular to the plane of the surface of the water, and it is going downward. So look at my hand, water is going downward. So whirling is in this direction. Okay, you just see my finger, direction of my finger is the whirling water. The resultant force is downward, means when we have A cross B, then it is perpendicular to this surface, and the thing, if you put certain things in the whirling water, it is going down. Okay, so resultant force towards the downward and the thing shrinks. Okay, so this is the resultant force, and you can say that the A cross B is a perpendicular vector to the given plane. Okay, so this is one of the application. Okay, so it is very important. So you might have seen some person when go to the river and drown. Okay, why? Even a good swimmer, an excellent swimmer, drowns in the river because of this kind of whirling water. So whatever the expert goes to the river, but because of this cross product, or you can say that this is the application of cross product, the persons go down and down and he cannot survive.